Hello, I'm going to tell you 3 short stories about key players and resilience using sociograms. So sociograms are maps of people's relationships where each person is shown as a node and the presence of a relationship is shown as a line between them. So the first story, it's about resilience through redundancy. Now, here is the knowledge exchange network of Australian genomics. 387 members across Australia, and they each nominated who was part of their genomic learning community, because genomics is learned by doing, not from a book or from doing a course. So 10 or so people were highly nominated, and they were well-known, high-profile, yet very approachable genetic professionals. But if they left, would the whole thing fall apart? So we did a modelling exercise. We removed them from the network. Then we removed the next most nominated people and the next and the next. But the sociogram looked pretty much the same. It still remained nice and cohesive in a single sort of group. We had to remove 208 people out of the 387 before the network finally fragmented and fell apart. So the Australian genomics learning community is resilient, and it is not relying on just a handful of individuals to maintain that learning community. The second story. This story is about resilience from people who do invisible work. So here is the advice and consultation network from the Zero Childhood Cancer Program, and it shows clinicians and scientists involved in the program across 3 states of Australia. Now, the large nodes shown in the middle are key knowledge brokers in the research institute running the program. So they're fielding questions and providing support for people from across the states. But this role is largely informal, and it was pretty much invisible to management. When we remove these key people, the middle falls out of the network, and we know that work would just stall. The Zero program is resilient due to informal interactions, and in order to remain resilient, these roles need to be made formal and properly supported. The third story. This is about resilience through strategic replacement of key people when they leave. So here's the collaboration network of the Translational Cancer Research Network over time, where clinicians, researchers, and consumers were actively encouraged to meet and to collaborate to get evidence into practice. Now, it quickly grew from small beginnings with 2 standout key people who were fostering collaboration. And those 2 were the network manager and the network director. But in 2016, both of these people left and new people took over. And the fear was that the growth of collaborative ties that were driving the translational outputs would slow or even stop. But not so. The network remained resilient through this disruption because the incoming people put significant effort into the changeover and into learning how things had been done. And so even though their personality and their styles were totally different, they still managed to maintain that healthy growth. And those last 2 sociograms show that healthy growth. So the moral of the 3 stories is that resilience is closely associated with the presence or the loss of key people involved in social interactions, especially those with invisible roles. Thank you.